sorry, I had a little trouble today going live. You know, gotta love live. But welcome to my kitchen. I'm super cozy today. I've got sweatpants on, nice shower after Geolux. I'm cozy and ready to cook something that I love. It's called lentil soup. In Italian, we call it zuppa di lenticchie. So if any of you ever want to own my father's cookbook, I convinced him to put our lentil soup in his cookbook because, as you can see, it's a family favorite and it's so easy to make. There's so many different versions of lentil soup. I'm going to show you my family's version today. And then while our soup cooks, I'm going to prepare a salad. I know you guys have seen me prepare a salad before, but I want to show you cooking freedom because quite honestly, I don't usually cook a recipe. I'm one of those people who flows through my kitchen, sees what's fresh, what's available, what do I feel like. I always am mindful of protein. Even today, I'm modifying my father's recipe just because of what I have in my kitchen. So I'd love for you to use the chat box. If I don't know you, please introduce yourself. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Heather. Kathy, oh, thank you. Yeah, the cookbook is called The Chef of Greenwich Village. Contact me. I'll give you a BB Body discount code and we'll mail that to you immediately, Kathy. And that's it. So if you have any questions today, please ask. We're going to start our soup. So every soup, pretty much, always has what we call a base. In French, you would call this mirepoix. In Italian, we call it sofrito. And in English, you would say your base. And a good base always starts with onion. Don't be afraid to mix your onions. Here I have diced onion and shallots. So if you haven't tried shallots before, start getting into shallots. They take your cooking a little bit more next level. The French love to use it, and we're going to be using olive oil. Notice my husband's not home. He can't have olive oil, so I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm generously going to drizzle some olive oil into my pan. And I'm going to take my wooden spoon. I'm going to heat that olive oil, and I'm going to bring the camera over so you guys can see everything. But the job is you want to put your first part of your basin first. Spread it around and let it simmer. You want your onions to be translucent, soft, okay? When we're doing a soup, I like it to get translucent. The next thing I'm going to put is the next part of our base. Normally I put carrots first and then celery, but you could also put them in together. So a good base to me, classically, is onion, carrots, and celery. So let's give this a moment to simmer. And I'm going to tell you what else we're going to do. We have lentils here. I put in the ingredients on the app, all the different measurements. Today I'm doing it a little bit by half because it's just me eating this. And when you're dealing with lentils, really important, I've already done this step, but you want to sort your lentils and make sure nothing else is in there, like a little stone or anything. So take this step seriously. You could even do it 2 or 3 times where you just sort through your lentils to make sure that all that's in there are lentils. Sometimes you'll notice they're a little broken. That's okay. Do you hear that simmer? You guys hear that noise? Kathy, it's incredible. It's like having Geo live in your kitchen. Thank you, Heather. Yes, the holy trio. I like how you think. Look at that. So this simmer is exactly what we want to hear. I'm going to bring you guys closer. Yeah, may I? You're going to see my little Easter egg. I'm so corny. Imagine I had children, the Easter egg parties we'd have here. It's Holy Thursday for us today in my faith. And we're going to go to church tonight to celebrate that. So what a gift it is to be here with you guys today on a very important day for us. Okay, I think you can see that. I'll hold it up higher. You know what? Let me get some books. We'll put it right underneath. And then I'll bring you back here. I'm sorry, guys. I should have prepared for this. Hold on. Maybe I do it this way. Is that better? No? Oh, I know what we'll do. All right. See these gorgeous books I spend so much money on? They become a stand in my kitchen. All right. We're going to lift you up. There we go, Buttercup. Okay. So my base is sauteing. It's perfect. It was less than 5 minutes because of my pot Is that Brooke Burke or is that Faye? One of them. We had the second part of my base in there. Carrots, celery, diced. Mix that all together. Fantastic. I'm kind of sweating. It's getting hot in this kitchen. Let me show you what's simmering here. This is my bone broth, and Brooke asked me if I would teach you guys how to make that. My bone broth does take 24 hours to make, so I will make it with all of you. And then if you have a slow cooker, you can let it cook for 24 hours. Maybe we could show up the next day and show each other our broth. The stock is amazing. I don't do box broth or stock. What you put in your stock is the base to all cooking. So if you guys ever studied cooking and you go to a restaurant and you're like, why is that sauce so good? It's not just what they put in it, it's the stock. So I'd like to teach you guys how to make that. And a good broth, a good stock can help you guys achieve that. Okay, that's done. So now I'm gonna add some garlic. And this is where I'm modifying my dad's recipe. I'm adding some tomatoes. Why? Because I have them in my kitchen, just a few. The rest I'll put to my salad. My dad doesn't do tomato. I'm gonna also do a little tomato paste like this. I like this brand, it's called Cento. It's double concentrated, just like this. I'm gonna put it right in there. I'm gonna mix it. Hear that sizzle? It's one of my favorite sounds in the universe. Oh, it is Faye. Faye, you gotta come over. You guys would love Faye. I believe Faye loves cooking. My kind of girl. All right. Faye, I'm sweating. The sweatpants were a bad idea. It was raining when I got dressed, guys, and it felt cozy, and now I'm sweating. Okay, time to put in our lentils. Once I achieve this, I'm gonna put in my lentils. Because I already sorted through them, I could pour them right in. I'm gonna pour in my stock. We're gonna bring it to a little bit of a boil and then a simmer. I'm gonna add some salt. I had the salt, where is it? Here it is. Gosh, it smells so good in here. And you guys are gonna think I'm nuts, but I don't like to waste. So I'm gonna show you what else I do. My dad actually is not married to a specific recipe. He's kind of like me. We cook according to what's in our kitchen. I come from an immigrant family. I was taught to waste nothing. You're gonna see, I'm gonna show you how I thicken this up. So hang out with me for a little bit, would you? I wanted to add butter and I forgot, but that's okay. We'll add butter at the end to cream it up. See this? Leftover mushrooms. Why am I gonna, and look at that. Look at the juice from the mushrooms. That's gonna add to my sauce. It's gonna give it depth. This is not in my cookbook, but I'm not afraid of this. It's gonna add a nuttiness. And if I had more, like a porcini mushroom, no, look at that color. I'm gonna mix that in. Wait till you see once this starts boiling and simmering. All right, guys, I'm bringing you back over here. Let's see if GeoLux prove that I can lift these heavy books and the computer at the same time. Yes, I can. Woo, I almost closed you. That wasn't cool. Food Network, come get us. We need some help in the kitchen with the technology. Okay, how are we doing, guys? Let me just wipe my screen because you were just in the kitchen by a stove. And Brooke's always like, your screen is dirty, and it's because I'm always cooking. So let me just wipe that up for you. We're gonna get a much clearer picture. And now I'm gonna show you while it cooks, because I can't just eat soup. I'm a soup and salad kind of girl. Anyone else a soup and salad kind of girl? Or man, any men here? It's all ladies. All right, a nice soup, a nice salad. Do I soak the lentils before? No, I do not. I do not soak the lentils before. When I make beans, though, I do, not lentils. Yes, Kathy, I never thought about upgrading to a non-stick. I use Hexaclad. It's a great pan. Let me show you. Brooke bought the same ones. It's not the only ones I love, though, but that's what I'm using right now. A lot of, it was recommended to me. I have a friend, he's a Michelin star chef, and he told me that this is a really great pan. Screen is clear. Mushrooms were cooked in advance. Yes, they were. Even if they weren't, I could still add them in because they're boiling right now. Now that it's boiling, I'm just going to reduce the heat. God, it smells so good. Wait till you see what I do next to it. These herbs are gonna go in there eventually. All right, let's do a little salad, shall we? Lentil soup is fantastic, but I feel like I need more. This is my favorite vegetable in the world. It's called fennel. You'll sometimes see it in the store listed as anise, and if you're in Italy, we call it finocchio. These stems are incredible. Don't ever waste them. Brooke is phenomenal in the kitchen. Don't ever let her tell you otherwise. When I first met her, I thought I fell in love because she kept this. And watch what I'm gonna do. This is already clean. I'm gonna throw this for flavor right into my soup. Why not? Why do people not keep the stems? I'm gonna save the rest of it in the freezer for my bone broth, my stock. I never throw that out. Okay, here's the fennel. You can see my husband got into it. He cut this part off because it's usually more round. Beautiful piece. I don't need the whole thing. I used to get made fun of. If I told you this story, I apologize. In school, this was my preferred snack. Regular kids, normal kids ate potato chips. Not me, I ate fennel and they thought it was an onion. You can see why. Remove the outer layer. It's tough. You could also save that for stock. For a salad, I want it to be nice and clean. Now there's two ways we can treat this for a salad. I'm gonna shave it or cut it. You know what, we'll slice it. We'll slice it nice and thin. So you take your knife and you just slice it along the grain and you get beautiful pieces of fennel. If you want it thinner, like a shaved fennel, you can use a mandolin, you can use a peeler, but today I feel like I also like having fennel this shape. You can also take fennel, if you guys want to see it, I make a detox soup and one of the bases is fennel. And it is incredible. You eat this soup, you feel so cleansed. It's a green soup. We can make that on Nutrition Kitchen. So I use fennel for soups. I use them to braise. I use them from salads, and I also eat it raw. Fennel. I always add radicchio and arugula to my salads. They're so healthy. So I'm going to put a little arugula here, a little radicchio. In Italian, if you ever go to Italy and you order something like this, you'll see it on the menu as a tricolore salad. That means 3 colors, okay? Tricolor. So it's the Italian flag. Radicchio, arugula, usually it would be endive. I can't find endives in Florida, so I'm using fennel just as good. Because I have tomato, we're gonna add this. Look how pretty. Okay, so make your salads gorgeous. I don't think any salad is complete without some beautiful olives. Castelvetrano olives thrown right in there. And I had gorgeous mozzarella, not from some regular store. I bought this from an Italian market. It's homemade. I think it's one of the best cheeses we can eat. Fresh mozzarella. I think Americans call it mozzarella. We're gonna put this right on top. So we've got some cheese in here. I also like a little onion to give us some depth. Yes, it's listed as anise. Okay, great. Are you buying fennel, Heather? Are we experimenting with fennel? Notice I always clean my cutting board. Something very important. We talk about it when we work out. Order on the mat. Order in the kitchen as well. So my husband got into this onion. Look at this. And then he puts it back in the fridge. He's not watching, but what is this? Do you guys have husbands that cook like this? I don't even know where to begin. This is not how you'd cook an onion. Cut an onion. But this is Nutrition Kitchen, and we keep it real here. So if you have husbands and children who do this, take a deep breath in. We'll get through it. Cut it, and we'll survive. I know there's certain things I have low tolerance for, and it's bad cutting because then I don't get the proper cuts. But that's okay. I was actually not going to use it just because I didn't want to show you guys this, but hey, I know if I have this problem, you have this problem. So how can I deal with this? Let's do it this way. We're going to cut it this way. So this is not the proper way to cut an onion. That's the cool thing about a kitchen. I needed it intact to do it the right way, but I'm just going to chop it like this. We're going to do coarse chop. Thanks to my husband, this will become a very rustic salad. I like onion. I like the flavor. I have no husband tonight. No one am I kissing. So I'm going to use it. There you go. Look. Anyone want to add anything? We could add avocado to this. Why not? I have an avocado. This is a very healthy salad. So I'm going to take my avocado, skin is cleaned. I've showed you guys this a million times. You cut around your avocado. I'm still not happy. I complain a lot in Nutrition Kitchen, but I'm Italian. We're picky. I'm not happy with the quality of avocados here. Look how mushy that is. And I just bought it yesterday. See that? A California avocado would never do this, but you know what? It's still an avocado. And you can't get great chops when it's overly ripe. So we've got to eat it today. And then finally, because I have a ton of fiber, a ton of fat, yes, this is a one-person salad. I could eat this myself. We're going to add some leftover chicken. Don't throw away your leftover chicken. Let's just check on the soup. Make sure you stir it. It takes time, so you might not see 100% finished product today, but at least you get the idea of it. So I have a nice piece of chicken. It's left over from yesterday. I still smell it though. Smell your food when it's left over. I don't love leftovers, truth be told, but I also don't like wasting. And cut yourself a piece and just cut it into strips and then cubes. And then we're gonna make a gorgeous dressing. And I have a nice salad. And how did I make this? I opened up my fridge and I saw what we had. Do you guys see how easy this is? So easy. The only part you might say is work is the chopping of ingredients, but quite honestly, we did that so quickly, right? I don't mind a salad being more rustic. We're gonna make a vinaigrette for this salad right now. And then we're gonna go back to our soup and give it a little love. Love fennel, it's great roasted. It's so good roast. Kathy, I'm so happy that you know that. Having it roasted in a pan is like, it's like butter. If you're also doing a roast chicken, see those stems and the fronds, throw that in the pan, put the fennel with the onion, and people will say, wow, how did you do that? And you can tell them. Do I have balsamic vinegar? I don't. My goodness, olive oil and balsamic vinegar. We'll use red wine vinegar. We can't keep it long enough in this house. Anyone relate to that? So I'm going to take some pepper, some salt. You have to season your vinaigrettes with pepper and salt. I have so many salts, if you haven't noticed, in my kitchen. So I'm going to start off with a little salt, some pepper. It is hot in this kitchen today. Any questions? I love hanging out with you guys. Oh, Heather said, pick your battles. You're too funny. Heather, how long have you been married? I'm going to be married 10 years. 10 years. Can I tell you guys, my husband never was in the kitchen. And then quite recently, he retired, not recently, about 3 or 4 years ago. And he wound up taking really good care of his health. I can't get him out of the kitchen. He starts in the kitchen at 10:30. He has his first meal. You should see the prep that goes into it. So I always feel like I'm in his way. And then around 1 o'clock is the second meal. And then he starts baking really healthy foods. And then he says to me, I'd like to eat by 6. And I'm like, oh, really? Would you? So Heather, who's the cook in the kitchen? It used to be me. Everybody's like, you're so lucky he wants to cook. Really? I'm so lucky? I don't know. Maybe I am, but I like cooking. So I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of the vinegar, okay? Let that mix. And I'm going to get a fork, a small fork. And did you guys see what I did? My dressing is going to be very easy. It's salt, pepper, vinaigrette, that's an acid. And now we're going to slowly drizzle in my olive oil, 3 tablespoons. How do I know it's 3 tablespoons? Because I've made this a lot for those of you who don't. Measure it. And you slowly drizzle it in to incorporate it, okay? And then you're going to put it on. We are not allowed to be in the kitchen together. See that? 33 years of marriage, Heather Kelly. What? You've been married 33 years? Whoa. What are your 3 tips? I want the secrets to 33 years of marriage. Heather Kelly, let us know right now in the chat box. Ladies, take some notes because she looks happily married when we see her. on the digital meetup, okay? And now we're just gonna mix this. This is not a great bowl to mix, but I'll make it work. I love these little claws. What made me choose this bowl? I don't know, but you just gotta be careful. Mix it, be delicate. Remember, with salad, you don't wanna overdress it. Less is more. And then you wanna know what we do at the end? I'm gonna put this in a plate so we could actually enjoy looking at this, because I'm gonna eat this. What we do at the end, I'm gonna show you. If you're Italian, you know. We're gonna take the chicken. And by the way, if you wanna see me in the kitchen with BURKE, it's on the app. We have a cooking series that we filmed, I think in the fall, where we make a 5-minute meal, protein. You're gonna see our tricks. It's so fun because it was spontaneous. And then you're gonna see my roasted chicken. I was gonna show you guys how to do it live, but you have it on the app. So watch it, because we take great care of filming, and they're short because they're edited. They're a lot shorter than Nutrition Kitchen. This is Parmigiano-Reggiano. Why do I put it in a paper towel? If you want to preserve your cheese, let's say you buy this, it's in plastic, but you want to keep it. What you do is you take your napkin and you damp it ever so lightly. Make sure you squeeze it out so it's a little damp, and then put your cheese in it. And that's the best way to preserve it, okay? Heather's giving us some tips. I shop, he just came in because his ears were burning. Well, we want to know what he would say and what you would say, Heather. Tell him. Kathy said, kitchen is my domain, but he does great doing. Oh, he does the grocery shopping? Wow. You are a lucky woman. I'm looking for my vegetable peeler. It must be in the dishwasher. Yes, it is. Okay. So you take your peeler and you take this next level. Did you know that Parmigiano-Reggiano, they're saying, has more protein than a protein shake? I don't know. The Italians are saying this. I'm into that. If that's the case, I am going to shave so much Parmigiano-Reggiano onto this salad. I think this is a good salad. What do you guys think? It was quick. It was easy. Nutrition Kitchen is really how I eat every day. We're going to taste it. We're going to see if Heather and Kathy approve. I don't see anyone else writing. I think some of you are here, but I only see Heather and Kelly writing. Look at that. This is so beautiful. So fresh. Can I say something to you without sounding like I'm bragging? This is like a restaurant quality salad. This is what I want to order when I'm at a restaurant that I don't always see. It has everything we need. The ingredients were fresh. I mean, this Parmigiano-Reggiano cheese, look at this. This is the real deal. I don't skimp. This is Partanna Olive Oil. The arugula and the radicchio were so fresh and good quality. The avocado, okay, maybe not that, but the mozzarella, fresh. I got it from an Italian import store, not just some grocery polio. Ingredients matter. I might sound snobby, but it's the truth. Watch what we're gonna do to our lentil soup now. Let's finish it off. So I have fresh rosemary from Palm Sunday. Why would I waste this? It smells so good. That's the best way to take your herbs off. You hold it on one end, like this, and you swipe it down. See that? Did you guys know that trick? I'm full of tricks. Then you're gonna put it here and just coarsely chop it. We're gonna add it to the soup. It's gonna taste like a bouquet of flavor. Come here, soup. I'm ready for you, soup. Put my little hand out. I caught it all. Perfect. Drop it in there. Okay. Give me 1 second to get some more of my broth. My soup, you might notice this, guys, needs more stock. So the lentils will soak up the water, so you'll have to add as you go along. I'm just gonna heat up some more bone broth. I always have so much on me. Look at that. All right, beautiful. We're gonna add that to the soup. Now I have fresh sage. I love this combination. You wanna make your kitchen smell good? Fresh sage. It's, oh, we have another person here. Who's here? I get so excited. Kelly, Joy, Melissa, Heather, Nicole, Kathy, Susan, and HP. Guys, I love you being in my kitchen. I really do. Okay, this just smells miraculous. Check that out. Fresh sage. I mean, now the best way to cut herbs, put them together. I showed you this, I think I showed you this last week. You put it in, oh, and I showed you that with kale. Same thing with like fresh herbs like this. You tuck your fingers in and you give it a cut. See that? Rather than take each leaf individually and chop it. Shame on me, I didn't put enough bone broth in, but that's okay. We're correcting right here. All right, that's heating up. Mixing this up, it looks beautiful. The color's fantastic. I want to taste for flavor. When you're cooking, always taste as we go along. Let me taste my broth over here. Oh my God, so good. Okay, this is hot. Sticking this in. The great thing about these pans, I don't know if you guys see how quick everything is. I am not one of those cooks that takes a long time because I grew up in a New York City kitchen where this is how we cooked. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, move, 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 move. So I'm always like this in the kitchen because my dad's restaurant feeds up to 300 people a night. And when I used to help, I was either in the way or I better learn how to move. So sometimes people are like, wait, you do that so quickly. I even talk fast in the kitchen. And it's because we have a New York City restaurant. And it's like, think about it. You're in a kitchen and somebody's ordering eggplant parmesan. Somebody's ordering lasagna, someone's ordering salmon, and it's your job to get all these meals out at the same time. You have to be quick. Okay, let's see some questions. I'm just gonna let this simmer and then we're gonna take this to the next level. I'm gonna plate it, we're gonna eat it, we're gonna party. Heather, you wanna do some jump squats with me? Were you in class today? All right, let's see. Kelly said that looks so good. You look so good, Kelly. Nicole said that looks amazing. You look amazing, Nicole. Kathy said the salad looks great. Kathy, you're great. Heather, why we love Nutrition Kitchen Live, like you're in a restaurant. You think so? Great. Not a Michelin star, but you know, a cozy little restaurant. Kelly said, I need to get better at chopping. I always cut them slow and it takes forever. Kelly, it's usually the knife. You want a really sharp knife. And a good knife. I'll be honest, I don't love my knife. I'm gonna get new knives. There's a Japanese knife that I love. It's called Korin. Very sharp. It's so fantastic. It makes the chopping, but there's a reason why your knife looks like this, okay? And you see the point. Most people don't realize that when we chop, the point needs to be on the board because I want you to do this motion. Just start doing this against a cutting board. Do you see that if you have a sharp knife and your hand can grab it, and you could do this motion, the chopping becomes easy. Most of us go like this, boom, boom, boom. The knife's not designed for that. Then why would we have the point? The point wants to rest, so we could go through chopping. I don't have anything to chop right now. But you want that point down. And also your hand, when it grabs something, should not be like this. Because when you guys are doing that motion, I saw a kid in culinary school, first day, chopped off his finger. Yes, he did. So kitchen safety always first. You always tuck. See that little point is on? And you can slice it, okay? And then when you turn it like this, so see this gliding motion versus, this is how you'll ruin your knives, boom, boom. You want that gliding. And if you really want to see a master, we've got to get my father on Nutrition Kitchen. No one can cut an onion as fast as he can with such precision. So the best thing to do is to practice on the board with this motion, to start practicing tucking your fingers in, because if I tuck it, look, I can't cut myself. When I go like this, woo! So you want to tuck it, and you always want the knife to go against your hand. All right? So that's a little tip. But your knife is designed that way, and each knife is designed differently. For instance, you guys know all your knives. We have poultry knives. We have fillet knives for fish. And I could do a knife demo for you guys. I'm not the best though. I would be lying to you if I told you that I can do it, but there's a lot of people where knife skills are really like, you know, I save that to the greats. My dad's one of them. Why I got fired from my family when all the kids grew up and left. Yeah, knife skills. Heather, you got fired? Who would fire you? All right, guys. My soup looks amazing. I want to show it to you. We're going to do something now. Are you guys ready to rock? Not the best angle, not the best lighting. That's okay. I'm so comfortable with you guys that I don't need to have the best lighting. How could I do this without grabbing? Hold on. My books again. Can I use this? Let's see. You should see what goes on in this kitchen. No, I cannot use this. Okay, we'll figure this out. Maybe if I go like this. Yeah, I could do that. Good. We're back. We're back. Do you see my soup? It's boiling too much. I'm going to simmer it. Now, this is good. I like a thick soup. I like a puree. So get yourself one of these. It's called the Breville, what would they call this? Hand blender. That's what it's called. It's so amazing. Why? Well, you can transfer half of your soup or a quarter of your soup to a blender, but you're creating like another thing to clean. And you know the chef's daughter. The chef's daughter likes easy, easy, easy. I'm gonna plug this in. Is it bad that I'm comfortable in sweatpants today? It just felt like one of those days. And now I'm gonna put this in here. And you don't have to do this. I do it because I like my soup to be a little thicker. Now this can cook a little more, but I wanted to show you guys. And see how it's built for you to turn it like this? I'm not somebody who's a fan of kitchen gadgets, but the ones that I have, I really can't imagine. Why are you squirting? I can't imagine living without. All right, so we're gonna wipe this off immediately. I don't know if it needs more salt because I salted in the beginning. I probably will put a little more. Do you guys see the soup? Here. When I lived in Malibu, Brooke's daughter, it's her birthday today, was my videographer for all my stuff. So Sierra, happy birthday. And I miss you because if you were here, I wouldn't be holding my own stuff. And we used to have so much fun. She learned so much about cooking that 2 years that we worked together. I don't know if you guys follow Sierra Fisher, but it is her birthday. She's a singer and she knows how to make pasta now. All right, I'm gonna show you guys. What did Heather say? That tool looks like a successful marriage tip. Ah! Yeah, good thing the chat doesn't survive to the recording. You guys could say whatever you want here, I swear. I won't tell anyone. I'm going to get, do I have a better bowl? I have a black bowl. You know, hold on. Let's get something pretty. Why am I saving the china? Today is an occasion. Can you guys say that? Wait. I'm coming. All right. Look at this china. My mom bought it for me years ago. Why am I saving it? Look at that. It's so much prettier than a black bowl that I have. Watch the magic, my friends. We're gonna put this in this bowl right now for you to see. Look at that. Do you guys see how quick that was too? Ah, gorgeous. Let's take you back over there because I like this angle better. A lot of moving around today. Ton of moving around. All right, let me wipe the sides. And if you want that chicken recipe that I was going to do live, it's on the app now. So I didn't feel the need to do it twice. And we got to spend more time talking about salads, dressing, chopping. Look at that. Okay, let me just wipe this all off. We'll clean the counter. I want a clean bowl. When you serve, guys, always wipe around your edge, right? Have respect for the food. You don't want to, nothing's worse than going to a restaurant. When I was in school, we'd take a damp cloth or even white vinegar and we would wipe the edge around because it deserves that. This is art. This is something I just made. I'm gonna get emotional. I'm not kidding. With love, the bone broth was cooked for 24 hours. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. If you don't want to use bone broth, you can use a box broth. I don't want to pressure you guys, but this broth makes this so much better. And I think the mushrooms make it even greater. I'm going to show you things that Italians do now. We, of course, I guess I can't say I'm Italian. I'm Italian American. I'm going to sprinkle a little, you know what? Let's do Brooke salt. Check out this salt. If you guys want a link, it's on Amazon. It's got antioxidants. It's Hawaiian black salt. It is an art. Thank you. I'm going to sprinkle it on top. Yeah. Watch now what else I do. Liquid gold. This is a trick. Drizzle some on top. Not too much, but enough. And now, why not get yourself a microplane? Hold this up high. And now make love to your soup. Make love to your soup. Fare amore con la zuppa. And I mean that because food, my friends, whether you're eating alone or with a group of people, is an act of love. So Nicole said something and I want to honor what she said. I'm going to read it. But shall we taste it? I'm going to bring it close to the screen. Let me dip the screen down. Look at that. You guys saw how easy that was, right? Nothing I did was hard. Nothing I did you couldn't do. Here's the true test. It's hot. I got to do this and look pretty at the same time. Hold on. I don't want it to burn me. This is ridiculous. It's so good. It's so good. We're going to put a little more ground pepper. See, what we need to do, wouldn't it be great if I cooked for you guys and you were sitting here? Maybe we could arrange this, a nutrition kitchen retreat. Hold on a second. That's a good idea, a nutrition kitchen retreat, because look at this. This is meant to be shared. This is decadent. Wow. Some of the best lentil soup I had. Honestly, it's so good. I'm sweating. It's so hot in here. I want to take some questions, but this is where we say, buon appetito. It's so good. And the fresh herbs really added to it. I think the mushrooms did too. Notice I threw in tomatoes. I normally don't. I like it. Let's see what you guys wrote. And let's see, I'm going back. I'm popping in late. What are you making today? Colleen, we made a beautiful lentil soup. We made a fresh salad out of ingredients that I had in my fridge. It is the perfect protein-filled post-workout salad. This would be a meal for me. I would do both. Heather, the spelling is wrong. Zappa di lenticchia. I like how you say it, but I don't know what that means. It's zuppa di lenticchie. Thank you. There, you corrected yourself. Zuppa. Colleen, oh my, that looks amazing. Have to run. Susan. Oh, you're amazing, Susan. Nicole, everything looks so good. Starting new position next week. No, Nicole. We're going to miss you. Can you watch from work? What's the new position? Kelly said, I was just going to say, I wish we were all there to try it. Me too, guys. All right. I'm going to hang out for 30 more seconds. I'm going to let you guys put in the chat box any dish you would like to see next week. I have not chosen yet. Here are some things I'm considering. How to cook a whole artichoke. I don't know if you guys make whole artichokes. And then I can also show you, while my artichoke cooks, what to do with baby artichoke hearts, how to make a gorgeous appetizer or meal with that. Artichokes are a great spring vegetable. That's one option. A second option I was thinking is homemade tagliatelle using a pasta machine. Last time I showed you cavatelli without a machine, and doing it primavera, which means spring, if you guys are not afraid of pasta. And if you want to see some other versions, I could show you my favorite protein gluten-free pasta brands, or spiraled zucchini. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but let me know what you guys want. Or we could just go over kitchen tips. Anything? Okay, I'm gonna wait 20 seconds. I don't want to keep you too long, and I'm gonna eat my soup. Wow, so good. This is really good. Anything? Any suggestions? You're all still here. Use the chat box. Use it. Make my day and tell me what you want to see more of. Help me out here. Kathy loves pasta. Thank you, Kathy. Anyone else? I can also show you how to make like a healthy protein muffin or like a protein snack or a protein shake. I'm waiting to get Brooke's blend because I could do so much with that. Would you be able to do eggplant? Oh, hold on, Colleen, that's a great one. You know what? Let's do that. I can do eggplant Parmigiano. That's a beautiful spread. Would anyone want to see that? But we're not going to do it with breadcrumbs because in Italy, they don't use breadcrumbs and we're going to do it clean and delicious. I could totally do that. Anyone else want to see eggplant Parmigiano? Colleen, no more saying Parmesan. What is Parmesan? Parmigiano, correct word. Anyone? Both options sound great. So we have pasta, eggplant. Next person who writes chooses. What do you guys want? Pasta or eggplant? Heather Kelly, you might be our deciding factor. Where's Heather? Where's Nicole? No one's writing. Snacks would be helpful, okay. We got a protein smoothie. We got another one for eggplant. Eggplant it is. Kathy, you settled it. Protein, anything would be great. Eggplant is not really a protein recipe, but I could show you what I would eat with it to get some protein. But guys, let's be honest. This whole protein craze, we need protein, but we also need other foods as well. So let's not go too crazy with the protein because I want you guys to make sure I'm not a doctor. If we overdo it on the protein, it could affect our kidneys too. Be mindful of that. I don't know if you guys have been following Bethany Frankel. Follow her journey about what she's saying about what she discovered with her kidneys. So I'm a big believer. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm a chef and a fitness instructor, but I'm a believer that we've got to not overdo anything and that we could still enjoy other foods. So I eat a lot of protein, but I eat a lot of other stuff too. I don't eliminate another group just to get my protein in, okay? So be mindful of that. I think that we can overdo the protein, I do. And we don't wanna do that so that it affects other things. Why am I whispering? All right, everyone. I will see you next week for another Nutrition Kitchen. Let me know if you like the 12:30 time or if 1:30 is better. Yeah, Heather agrees. Thanks, Heather. Thanks. All these fitness trends we've got to be careful of. And that's it, friends. I love you all so much. Buon appetito. And mangia bene. That's it. Till we meet again.